All right, hello, and welcome to Oddsock Comics. This is the new comic book day haul for January 30th, 2019. And I'm doing this a little bit late because I was traveling on January 30th. I do have a pull list at my local shop, so I was able to get most of the books that I wanted. So things turned out okay. Also, because I was traveling, I often stop into local comic shops in whatever town I'm in. And that is indeed what I did on this trip. And I found a couple of interesting things that I'll go through. Not really interesting things, but we'll see. But first up, first thing, I want to let you all know about how the contest is going. So I currently have 22 subscribers, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. I getting as many views as I thought I ever would on these. If 30 people watch a video, that's pretty impressive to me. But I think that there's some interesting things going on in the comic book world with new books and with the speculation market and a whole bunch of other things. So hopefully I'm adding something to the community. But I have the contest. It's ongoing. There are enough subscribers for me to do the contest, but I need 10 entries. There are only 2 so far. I'm going to link to the contest to win this Power Girl #1 Adam Hughes cover. This will be shipped to you for free. You don't have to pay anything. All you do is enter the contest by being a subscriber to this channel and then comment on the contest video. That's how an official entry is counted. And when I get 10 total entries, I'll wait a couple of days and then I'll lock everything down, take count of the entries, and do a drawing. And whoever draws, I'll send a message out, or I'll do a drawing video, and then the winner will have a little while to contact me, and then I'll ship it to you for free. So really good odds to win a pretty good comic book. So enter the contest if you are interested at all. Okay, now on to the books of the week. So I got a few books. I only got 3 books that were new this week to read. So first up, my favorite book of the week, which was The Silencer #13. I was talking to my local shop owner, and he was saying that he thinks that The Silencer is going to be canceled. I don't know if he's just not seeing very many orders or what, but I buy it every time it comes out. And honestly, I think it's one of the best books out there. It's this hidden assassin that not a lot of people know about. From what I understand, I'm not reading it right now, but Leviathan, the assassin group that she's kind of a part of, is having something to do with Action Comics 1007 or whatever number they are on. So Leviathan is a big deal. The Silencer is a part of Leviathan, or is related to Leviathan. So really cool stuff. This is kind of her origin story. It doesn't really get into details, but it gives some backstory on how she developed, how she met Talia al Ghul, and really is a pretty good story. A lot of action, a lot of cool action from her as a girl. She's going through the memory, trying to hold on to what she had. So very cool book. I like the art too. The art style is really cool. Definitely one I'm going to keep going, and I hope that it doesn't get canceled. I hope Silencer sticks around and shows up. She may not be important enough to have her own book, but as far as superheroes goes, she kicks butt, and that's all you can really ask for. All right, next up I have Heroes in Crisis #5, and I was thinking about this book, and my problem with Tom King is he is a very good writer, and he's a very good character development. But as he digs deep into every single character, it doesn't matter which character it is, the only thing he knows how to grab is like depression and suffering. While it is deep, it becomes less deep when you see him do the same thing over and over again. So it's, especially in Heroes in Crisis, he's got these 9-panel interviews with different characters where they're telling about their problems, and they're all depressed, and then they all just have some, so there's some same kind of twist on what's making them crazy, and it's pretty obnoxious, really. But I like Tom King. I honestly do, and I think that this is an interesting story, at least something to explore. I just think that it's when everyone is depressed, as Tom King has been writing them, the character differences break away. And I know there are some subtle things that you can get out of it, and he does pull those out, so it is still interesting, but it's been done over and over again by him. So anyway, the last book that I actually read was Detective Comics 997. Now, I added this to my pull list because 1000 is coming up, obviously very soon. And I'm going to get a copy of 1000 from Artgerm Collectibles. He's done a cover for it that's got it's got Catwoman and I think Poison Ivy and maybe Harley Quinn. I don't remember who's on it, but it's got a few of the Batman ladies on it. Looked really cool. So I'm going to be getting Detective Comics 1000 no matter what. And I thought I'll build up to the story a little bit so I know what's going on. Worthwhile. And I'm glad that I did. Honestly, it is a more interesting comic book right now than the Batman story that I've been reading. So I think I'm going to start getting both of them. This was definitely more action-packed. It is the middle of a story arc, so I'm not entirely sure what was going on, but it was cool. There was a lot of the detective thought process work going on, and some real action and some real tension in the comics. So definitely a good book. My second favorite of the three, Heroes in Crisis, drops to the bottom. All right, next up I've got my cover buys. And I'm going to start, of course, with the Artgerm. These aren't all cover buys, but these are more speculation. So I've got the Artgerm Batgirl cover. Now, it's a beautiful cover, but it's not quite as good as his Batgirl from like 2010 or 2012. I don't remember when that. I think 2010. But it's obviously good, and he has definitely advanced his art. It's very impressive. I just want to see a little bit more action and interesting rather than these posed shots. I hope he gets into that. There's enough posed stuff out there. Let's see some action. Come on, Artgerm, you can do it. I love your stuff. Give me some action. Okay. Then I picked up the Wonder Woman cover B. I'll tell you why I like this one. This one has had some mixed feelings about it. But there are a whole bunch of these Ladies of Comic Books covers that are fantastic, and they're all on a white background, and this is one of those. Like last Wonder Woman 62 had a really cool B cover on it, but it wasn't on a white background. But I think that these white backgrounds are going to look really cool together. It's a kind of some showpieces that I'd put together. So you've got the Joshua Middleton Batgirl 23. I've got a Ms. Marvel. I can't remember. I think it's issue 12. There was a B cover of that had a white background and she's blowing a bubble. There's the Tedesco Harley Quinn, and then the new Ben Oliver Catwoman. So you've got some of these really great characters on white backgrounds that have just come out, and they're all very nice, interesting, different art. So I think that's going to be a cool mixture to have together to kind of demonstrate the art. This one obviously is also action-packed, which I love. Honestly, that's one of the big reasons that I read comic books. I like the action, so I'm glad that is more than just a pretty pose. So I did like this one, felt like I should definitely support it. Okay, I got two other books this week that are more like, I don't know. I don't know if my intention is to try to flip them around and make some money off of them, or what. The Spawn, I've got a lot of the Spawn run from Matina, so I'm happy to have that. From what I understand, there's a new character in this. I will read it. I haven't done it yet. I don't particularly like Spawn. It's just a different kind of storytelling that the story is less compelling to me. And this WWE Forever, or however you would say that, first of all, I think it's just a fun cover. I mean, these are the 80s wrestlers that I grew up with watching on Saturday mornings. So this was a lot of fun to see. And then, I don't know, it's a cool cover. It's fun. Maybe it'll have some flip value if I turn it around. Maybe it'll just be a fun one to keep in my collection as one of those odd ones. So I'm happy to keep it. If the price did go up, I would probably sell it for, I don't know, it'd need to be like $12 before I bother to sell it, because that's what it's worth to me. But that's how I determine most of the books that I buy. I'm happy to have them. If they jump up, cool. I also got some back issues. Now, first of all, I went back and got the other covers of the Batman Who Laughs. So the Greg Capullo #1 and the Jock #2. So I bought the Jock #1, and then I don't remember who did was it Ben Oliver that did the cover B for #2? I can't remember, but I've got those. And I wanted to go back and get the first Grim Knight cover. I think that's really cool. I like Jock style, I always have. And then I was like, I'm probably going to get all of the B covers if they stay this dark, because that's going to be a really cool, dark, kind of crazy, scary backgrounds. So I think I'm going to get the B covers from here on out, but I didn't have the Capullo #1. So I got the Capullo #1 because I think I'm going to keep going with the B covers, and I wanted that. And I got the Jock #2 because I wanted that Grim Knight. All right, then I got two others. First up is the Immortal Hulk #3. Now, this one I already own, and the only reason that I bought it is because it appears to be, I've seen it in a couple of shops, but it appears to be hard to find, and it's selling for like $15 online. And so I was like, you know, when there's a imbalance in the supply and demand, I've got it here, you don't have it there. That's where the secondary market comes into play. That's what it's there for. And I was like, hey, if I can help somebody out, I will, and I'll get a few bucks from it in the meantime. So I picked it up. I'll list it on eBay. Hopefully, if the interest is there, cool. If not, somebody will need it eventually. Then I picked up this Blossom 666. I have been watching Sabrina on Netflix. And it's a pretty good show. Interesting. And the Archie horror has been pretty interesting. So I was like, I'll read this. It might make sense now that I kind of know what's going on with the chilling tales of Sabrina. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But I just thought I'd pick it up. I think that this hack cover is the more desirable of the covers, and I saw it there, and I was kind of considering it last week on Wednesday when it came out. I didn't pick it up then, but you know, I get a little loose with my money when I'm visiting a new shop because I always feel like I can't walk out of a shop with nothing, and if I just grab one book, that's not great either. Okay, I have one book that has been a difficult find. So this was at a shop where I was traveling. This is excuse me. This is Grimm Fairy Tales, Realm War, Age of Darkness, and this is an Artgerm cover. This is one of two that I had left to get, where I didn't have some variation of the cover. Excuse me. So I'm down to now one. The last one that I need is Grimm Fairy Tales Presents Wonderland number 25, the A cover. I just went to my shop today to pick all of these books up. They had 25B, C, D, and E, but not 25A. So I'm going to have to pick that up. I'm going to keep hunting for it. I think it's more interesting to find them, to hunt through boxes and see if you can find them in the wild. That's really what I enjoy doing, but if I can't find it, I'll buy it on eBay. And then I had one surprise package this week. Now, I have stopped supporting Rags, and I don't know why I got this one sent. But I got a Rags number 3, the Patreon variant, the unedited version. This is one that I'm just going to turn around because I'm not collecting Rags. I think the story's great. I think the art is great. I wish it would go somewhere. I'm not going to dig in too much, but I've continued to have bad run-ins with the creators. I just have no interest in supporting them. So I got this one. I'm just going to flip it. Someone will enjoy it. So that's my collection for the week. The last thing that I want to do is get the contest book out here again. If you listened this long, then you really should enter the contest. I want to give this book away. I'm all ready to do it. I have enough subscribers. I just need comments so that I know who's actually entering the contest. So the link is going to be below. Sign up, comment, make sure you're subscribed, and as soon as I get 10 comments, I'll lock up the drawing, and I'll do a video for the drawing. So thank you for your time. Like this video, subscribe, enter the contest, and I'll see you next week. Again, I'm probably going to be late next week as well, just travel and schedule stuff. But I still like getting my comics every week. It's been a lot of fun so far doing this, and make sure that I get to read everything on my list in short order. So again, thanks for watching and have a great week.